Hey everyone, what is up? Welcome back to Fate Stay Night. We left off... Oh, where did we leave off? At the end of the school day. After we talked to Tohsaka about the boundary field around the school. It seemed to me like Shirou was not very happy about that and was ready to try to find whoever that master is. But one thing I do want to say is, so I kind of thought about it, and I'm gonna keep the videos on full screen. If I get to a CG and it looks like there might be something missing, or anything, or maybe I'll just do it every time. I might switch to 4:3 like quickly for the CGs and like edit out the transition, whatever. Just show it in 4:3 pretty quick. Might not do that for all of them even, but honestly, I don't want to play in 4:3. I like widescreen. So if the CGs are slightly off, I might try to do that. If not, I'll probably just leave it alone. Alright, let's go ahead and jump in here. Why is that the picture? That is not where we were. Okay, whatever. So we were coming down from the roof. The end of school homeroom ends, and students start to disappear from the classroom. I would normally go to the student council room, but since Tohsaka told me to go straight home, I should do so. Oh, he's listening. I thought he was about to go, like, rogue or something. The gate is still locked.
そうか。こんなに早く帰ってきたのなんて久しぶりだ。
I usually help someone out or go to work, so it's rare for me to come straight home. Usually the gate would be open and Sakura would be preparing dinner inside when I get home. Maybe I've grown so accustomed to it after a year that I forgot how important it was. I realize how grateful I am for Sakura just by the simple action of opening a locked gate. It's a pretty simple reason. Pretty simple reason to show your gratitude to someone, but hey, sometimes it is the simple things, right? I call out and step into the hallway. As I try to enter the living room, the blonde-haired girl appears. What's up, Saber?
帰ったのですね、マスター。
Probably forgot about her for a second, low-key. The girl looks straight at me. For a moment, all sense of reality crumbles on me.
シロ、今帰ってきたのではないのですか?
Yeah? Perhaps the surprise transferred to the girl, as she says this with a bit of surprise. She calls my name in a quiet voice. That finally returns my sense of reality.
セイバーだよな。悪い。いきなりなんで驚いた。
Bro, low-key forgot about Saber after thinking about, like, Sakura and I guess his normal life. He's like, oh, right, Holy Grail War, Saber, you know, my servant, whoops. Just for an instant, I mistook her for a normal girl.
私はマスターの指示に従ってここに待機していたのですが、間違っていましたか?
No.
いや、こっちの勘違いだから気にしないでくれ。それより体の方はいいのか、セイバー。頻繁に眠るって言ってたけど、今はその。
起きていても支障はありません。いえ、可能な限り戦闘時以外は眠っていた方がいいのですが、それでは勘が鈍りますから。
Fair enough.
定期的に目覚めて体を動かしていなければ、いざという時に動きが鈍ります。
And no point in keeping your magical energy if you're just gonna slow down and lose in battles anyways, right?
そっか。言われてみればその通りだ。人間、一日中寝てたら頭が痛くなるし、セイバーだって眠くて眠ってるわけじゃないんだし。
そうですね。眠りを必要とする疲れはありません。
But do they just not fatigue?
ですがシロ、あなたは眠りすぎると頭を痛くするのですか?
Or is she just saying there was no fatigue? I don't know. Do servants get tired? Maybe?
痛くなるだろう、そりゃ。普通、一日の半分も寝てたら体の調子を悪くするって。俺の場合は頭が痛くなって目が覚めるから半日も眠ってられないけどさ。
Usually you'll get sick if you sleep for half a day. I swear I didn't just sleep for 12 hours, guys. I would never. It's like, I literally just did that. I'm not sick, I think. I am somehow still yawning, like I'm still tired, though.
不思議な話ですね。私はそのようなことはありませんでした。今も昔も眠ろうと思えばいくらでも眠れますし。
Same, Saber.
それはなんか生き物として間違ってると思うぞ、セイバー。一日中寝てるなんてもったいない。眠気が取れたら起きて遊んでいた方が楽しいだろ。
I mean, that's fair, but sometimes sleeping is fun, man.
そうですね。確かにその方が無駄はありません。
だろ。今は俺のせいでそうなっちまったけど、俺から縁が切れたら普通の生活サイクルに戻れよ。俺が言えることじゃないけどさ、これが癖になって一日中寝てたらぐうたらなやつだなんて思われるから。
Could you imagine if she somehow comes back again, gets a normal master, and is like just sleeping all day, and they're like, "What? What are you doing?"
それはすでに手遅れかもしれません。私は皆にそう思われていたかもしれない。
Who would have thought that? Tohsaka? She creases her brow and ponders. It was just lighthearted, but it seems like Saber doesn't get normal jokes. We move into the living room. It seems Saber wants to know what happened today, so I decided to tell her about the boundary field at school that Tohsaka told me about.
そうですか。学校に集まる人間を生贄にするつもりなのですね。そのマスターは。
Yeah, wants their magical energy.
率直に言えばそういうことだろう。登坂はまだまだ時間がかかるとは言っていたけど。
同感です。それほど大規模な結界の完成には時間がかかる。学校の校舎というものは封鎖しやすい建物ですから、おそらく神殿に見立てた祭壇なのでしょう。それだけの規模な結界を完璧に起動させるには早くて10日は必要です。
Yeah. I think what Archer said the same thing.
10日。俺が異常を感じたのが2日前の土曜日だから、まだ8日は猶予があるってことか。
はい。その結界が生贄を集めるものであれ、守りを固めるものであれ、完成させては厄介です。
Yeah.
それまでに結界を張ったマスターを見つけ出せれば良いのですが。
Yeah, we're gonna need to do that.
そうだな。登坂は難しいって言ってたけど、学校に潜んでいる以上は特定しやすいはずだ。なんとか見つけ出して結界を止めさせよう。
The instant they think of setting up a boundary field at school, they must be someone associated with the school. Yeah, probably. It'd be very weird if they weren't. A student or a teacher. I'll try to search the school as thoroughly as possible during lunch from tomorrow on and try to find anyone suspicious.
あとは、そうか、そいつがどんなサーバントを連れているかっていう問題か。
Well, we know who it isn't. And we know it's gotta be Lancer, right? There's no way it's not Lancer. No, that'll only be clear when I actually encounter it. I mean, Lancer was just... Unless they were conveniently watching the other master set up that boundary field, right? Then it feels very unlikely that it wasn't them. Then, I should think about a servant I have already encountered. It's Lancer. Saber is awake right now, so this will be a good time to ask. Alright then. About Lancer, it's Lancer. That guy. The one you found at the school. I'll ask about the first servant I encountered, Lancer. Saber fought with him, and it seems like she realized who he was. Aw, crap, wait. I should have saved. Whoops. It might not make a huge difference, but I should have saved just in case.
なあ、セイバー。ランサーのことなんだけど、あいつは何者なのかわかるか？
は？ランサーのことですか？
ああ、セイバーがあいつを追い返してくれたとき、何か言っていたじゃないか。アイルランドのなんとかとか。だからもしかして、セイバーはあいつの正体に気づいているのかなって。
Yep.
ああ、そういうことですか。驚きました。シローが他のサーバントの正体を知りたがるとは思っていなかったもので。
I mean, it can't hurt to know.
知らなくちゃやっていけないって話だからな。けど、なんでそこで嬉しそうなんだよ、セイバーは。
Because you're doing your job.
シローが戦う気になっているからです。正体を知った相手ならば対策が立てられる。まず弱点が分かった相手から仕留めるのは戦いの常道ですから。
And what exactly was his weakness? His trash luck? That's all I remember. Yeah, bad luck. Horrid luck. Not great magic constitution or magic resistance either. But again, we have the same constitution. We barely have better magic. So what does constitution represent here? Just how well they take attacks? So, I don't know. Do we devise a plan involving his awful luck? Or do we... I don't know. The only thing I could think is like... I mean, I suppose we'll probably see soon, but... But when we were in his details, it was the chaos. I mean, that's all I can think. Somehow, like, force him into one? I don't know. And I don't know, that's the only thing I could really think. Unless we literally are just like, yeah, let's just devise a plan that involves him being unlucky. Make him play Russian roulette. Like... I have no intention of going out to fight someone who isn't attacking me, but it'd only end the conversation if I said that now.
いいから、ランサーの正体。今の口ぶりだと知ってるんだな、セイバ
ー。はい。あの構想と全身に帯びたルーンの守り。加えて戦いではなく、生き延びることに特化した能力から言って、間違いはないでしょう。
I feel like the easier identification is the fact that he yelled out Gay Bolg when he used his noble phantasm.
彼の神名は空風林。魔装ゲイボルクを操るアイルランドの大英雄です。
空風林。
How are they saying that? Am I saying this totally wrong? Is that not Chulane? It looked like I was way off. Hold on. Okay, I'm back after many a Google search. And it turns out none of the ways I have been pronouncing this name or heard it pronounced, I believe, are correct. Hold on.
彼の神名は空風林。魔装ゲイボルクを操る
Yeah, no.
アイルランドの大英雄です。
That's not quite right. According to everything I've seen, it's Cuchulainn, which is not how I thought you'd pronounce that. But I mean, even like there was literally, I mean, Irish people were saying it's Cuchulainn, and I was like, okay, I'll trust you guys on that. It's probably how I'll be saying that from now on. Honestly, frankly, that's probably easier. There's a chance I go back and start saying Chulane again, but Cuchulainn's not exactly hard to remember. Just doesn't even look like that, honestly. Whatever. It's a name I've never heard before. Well, I don't know much about Irish mythology, so I guess that's only natural.
で、強いのか、その空風林ってやつは。
They're not that far off. It's just they pronounce the C's a little differently and emphasize, I guess, the A. But they say what? Cuchulainn? Is kind of what they said? Cuchulainn. Honestly, I guess if that's just like the CH sound is actually just an H sound, that makes sense. Cuchulainn. Okay.
この国では知名度が低いですから存在が劣化していますが、それでも十分すぎる能力です。 こと敏捷性に関してならば他の追随を許さないでしょうし、彼の宝具はこの戦いに最も適した武器だと思います。
Yeah, no kidding. The I just hit your heart. Yeah, pretty good.
宝具。ああ、あの槍か。そういえばあいつの槍、最後に変な動きを見せたけど、あれがゲイボルクってやつなのか。
Also, that's not pronounced gay. It is guy. Guy Bolg. And Bolg isn't even really how you say it. It's just like Bolga. But I'm saying Bolg. For simplicity's sake.
おそらくはゲイボルクの伝承は諸説あります。曰く足で投擲する呪いの槍だとか、貫いた瞬間に内部から線のトゲを生やして相手を絶命させる魔装だとか。
It's actually about what I read. So, I suppose that's not that surprising.
なんか全く違う言い伝えじゃないのか、今のは。そんなんで伝説の武器だなんて言えるのか。
What's the huge difference there? Well, thrown using the legs grows 1,000 thorns once it stabs. I guess no, that is very, very different actually. The second part is closer to what I read.
ですから続きがあるのです。ゲイボルクの能力は様々な形で伝えられていますが、そのすべてに心臓をうがつという一節が残っている。
Okay, so that's why they just simply chose the it just pierces the heart ability. Okay, that makes sense actually.
それは武器としての能力ではなく、あくまで持ち主の技量だと思っていましたが、間違いだったようですね。魔装の正体。ランサーのゲイボルクの能力は文字通り心臓をうがつものです。
Except if you're Saber, then you dodge it. That said, I can recall vividly. That night, the lance thrust at Saber's feet moved in an impossible fashion and went toward her heart.
つまり、あいつの槍は。
ええ。使えば必ず敵の心臓をうがつ魔装なのでしょう。
Man, I don't know that we can say guaranteed considering it literally didn't pierce your heart.
空間をねじ曲げているのか、因果率を変えているのか。ともあれ、槍自体の呪いとランサー自身の技量でしょうね。こと1対1の戦闘において、これほど効率的な武器もありません。何しろ、全く無駄がない。
Yeah, can't deny that's a pretty strong lance.
無駄がない。無駄がないってどういう意味だよ。
わかりませんか。ランサーの槍は城を破壊することはできませんが、人間一人殺すだけなら十分です。
Doesn't have anything it doesn't need to have.
宝具というものはその規模によって消費する魔力が変わります。
Gotcha. So because it's perfect for one-on-one combat, it doesn't require as much magical energy.
A ランクの宝具を持つ者はその使用に大量の魔力を消費する。一度使ってしまえば失った分の魔力補充には時間がかかるのです。ですが人を一人、いえ、サーバントを倒すのにそれほど強大な破壊力などいりません。ランサーのように一撃で仕留められるのであれば、それ以上の戦果はないでしょう。
The magical energy efficiency is pretty nice.
つまりなんだ、大砲一発分より弓矢一本の方がコストが低い。
Seems like a pretty good way to put it, actually.
はい。ですが、サーバントには弓矢など当たりません。結果として、サーバント同士の戦いは大砲の撃ち合いになるのですが。
ランサーのゲイボルクは、その弓矢を命中させられる槍ってことか。しかもかすり傷じゃなく、確実に命を奪う心臓に当ててくる。
These are really good metaphors.
そういうことです。加えて、使うための魔力量もそう多くない。あの程度の魔力商品なら、7回使っても魔力の補充は必要ないでしょう。
Seems like he's going to be a pretty big threat.
ですから、彼の魔装はこの戦いに適しているのです。通常のサーバントは数回戦闘すれば休まざるを得ません。ですがランサーならば6人を続けて相手にすることもできる。まあ1対1であることが条件になってきますが。
So he wouldn't be much good in a fight with like an all-out brawl. He wouldn't be very good in an all-out brawl, but one-on-one, it's hard to beat him because of his lance and his magical energy consumption, right? And he can just keep fighting these one-on-one duels. So he's a servant who's not flashy, but can definitely win, huh?
その割には本人無駄が多かったぞ。俺を相手にして遊んでいたしな。
ですね。ランサー自身、村っ気のある人物のようです。非常な人物ではありましたが、どこか憎めない一面がありました。
I feel the same way, but we can't let our guard down. He stabbed me through the heart as if he was cutting grass. I don't know if I just misread that, or if there was just a word missing. Servants like Berserker and Lancer have no hesitation when it comes to using their weapons. Yeah, that's why they're quite deadly. They will just kill you.
他のやつのことだけど。
待ってください、シロ。屋敷の門を人がくぐりました。
そんなことわかるのか。
Hopefully it's just Tohsaka, but...
もうこんな時間。まずい。きっと桜が帰ってきたんだ。
Hide! I quickly stand up. I hear the sound of the doorbell from the entrance.
お邪魔します。
I can hear Sakura's voice. Yep.
そういえば悪いんだがその。
分かっています。部屋に戻っていますから、私のことは気にせずに。
Return to hiding. Saber leaves for her room. And in her place...
ただいま。感心感心。ちゃんと先に帰ってたわね。
Yeah, they didn't expect that. Tohsaka's holding a grocery bag and...
お邪魔します、先輩。珍しいですね。先輩がこんな早くから帰ってきてくれるのって。
Yep, once in a lifetime. Sakura comes in, smiling happily.
よし、準備は完璧だ。それじゃあ始めるとしましょうか。
What preparations? For food? Tohsaka shouts and goes into the kitchen. Oh, I guess it is her turn up for dinner, huh? Sakura looks at her worriedly.
先輩、お夕飯の支度なんですけど。
She's like, leave it to me.
今日は遠坂の番だからいい。桜は朝作ってくれたんだから、夜は任せてくれ。遠坂がいるうちは、俺とあいつで夕飯を作るから。
はい。先輩がそう言うのなら、そうします。
I feel like she just wants to help, man. Sakura sits on a cushion obediently. There's a flashy, fiery sound coming from the kitchen, but there's nothing dangerous looking about Tohsaka's appearance from behind.
あれなら任せても大丈夫だな。
Let's hope she doesn't make some, like, devil spawn food. Please be edible. So there's no point in staying here. There's Saber to think about, so I should go back to my room until dinner is prepared.
ちょっと部屋で休んでくれ。藤根がやってきたら、たまには風呂を沸かすように言っといてくれ。
どうぞごゆっくり先輩。ご飯の支度ができたら呼びに行きますね。
Guaranteed she sees Saber.
なあ。と、そうだ。部屋に来るときはノックを忘れないでくれ。
Maybe not then. It's a little before 6 o'clock. From the way things are going, it looks like dinner will be at around 7 o'clock. It's actually a little around 6 o'clock as I'm recording this. It's funny. When I get back to the room, Saber is asleep in the room next to mine.
なんだ。なんか話そうと思ったのに。
It's like you thought. I click my tongue and sit on a cushion.
何言ってんだか。聖杯戦争のこと以外、何話していいかもわからないくせに。
Yeah, if you can't talk about Saber, then, you know, not much else to talk about, I guess. Anyways, didn't I have trouble talking to Saber?
ま、いいけどさ。眠ってるならそれで。
I say that and just stare at the clock. Oh, nice. That sounds like fun. Yesterday's dinner was just me, Saber, and Tohsaka. But today it'll be 5 people, including Sakura and Fujini.
いや、セイバーはダメなのか。
Yeah. That's tough. You just gotta hide Saber. As long as Sakura and Fujini are there, I can't let Saber out of this room.
セイバー、朝飯食ったのかな。
Saber was nodding while eating dinner last night. Judging from that, I guess it's not like she doesn't need food. Or I guess it's not like she doesn't need food. I emphasized the wrong word there, that was weird. So, I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
昼飯は用意しなかったし、腹減ってるよな、そりゃ。
Gotta sneak her some food, I guess. Once Sakura and Fujini go home, I have to warm up dinner and serve it to her. She'll need to eat alone, but that can't be helped. Imagining Saber eating by herself is really annoying me. Feels bad about this whole thing.
Shirou, 起きてる?
Yep. Is that Tohsaka? Yep. What's up? Tohsaka knocks on the door and looks inside.
トーサカなんだ、なんか用か。
何って夕食なんだけど。できたから来て。
Let's pray this is edible. That time already, huh? I get up and leave, glancing at the room where Saber is sleeping.
あ、来た来た。ほら見てよこの料理。なんと遠坂さんは長らく不在だった中華料理ができる人だったのだ。
So, we got 3 different styles now. Jeez. Fujini is looking excitedly at all the food prepared on the table. Now that she mentions, the food certainly is Chinese. On the 4 big plates are crab with eggs, shredded beef with pepper, some stir-fry of an elegant-looking meat I've never seen before with vegetables, and a plate full of steamed meat dumplings. Dang, y'all are having some large dinners. I wish. There's salads on the side plates and various follow-ups are ready. Man, I swear they eat so much. Put simply, it's the kind of gorgeous dinner Fujini loves.
驚いたな。トーサカのことだから洋風で来ると思ったのに。
本当は洋風を考えてたそうですよ。けど中華料理は誰も作らないって言ったら、なら私が作るって。
How kind of her.
なんでそう隙間をつくような人生しか送れないのか、あいつは。なあ、さくら。トーサカと一緒に帰ってきたけど、あれは一緒に買い物に行ってたのか？
I mean, yeah, they're kind of already friends. To an extent, right?
はい。遠坂先輩、弓道部が終わるまで待っててくれたんです。それで帰り道がてら、2人で買い出しに行ってました。
そうなのか。なんだ、思ったより仲がいいじゃないか、2人とも。
Definitely.
そうですね。遠坂先輩とは学校でもよく話してましたから、私のどこが気に入られたかわからないんですけど、入学した頃から親切にしてもらってます。
Wow. She really is a nice senpai at school.
おしゃべりはいいから早く食べよう。私もうお腹ペコペコだよ。
You are a lord. Fujini sits down happily.
だってさ、2人も早く座ったら。中華物って冷めると犯罪的にまずいんだから。
That's fair. I wouldn't know much about that, honestly. I mean, I can tell you most American Chinese food doesn't reheat super well, but that's not like real Chinese food, so that doesn't count. Saying this coldly, Tohsaka sits down as well. I sit down silently. Everyone bows and eats the food. Annoyingly, it's good. Annoyingly? What, you wanted some trash? I've never cooked Chinese because I thought it all tastes the same. But this is so good it makes me realize it was just prejudice. Yeah, it was. Dude, come on.
うわー、すごいすごい。こんなにご飯を美味しくさせる料理は久しぶりだよ。遠坂さんに100点をあげましょう。
She's grading it? Oh, man.
ありがとうございます。先生のように素直に感想を言ってもらえると私も嬉しいです。
Should we give our honest response that we kind of hoped it was trash?
はい、私も中華を見直しました。辛いのって苦手なんですけど、すごく美味しいです。
Sakura is happily enjoying the food too. Now it's on us. After watching this with a smile. But did she just like approach us? Just laugh? Yep. Tohsaka-rin looks at me with an expression of triumph.
なんだよ、なんか言いたそうだな、トサカ。
別にみんなに気に入ってもらえてよかったなって。まあ若干一名素直じゃないのがいるけど、それはそれで楽しいからよしとしましょう。得意分野で負けちゃった気持ちはわかるし。
What the heck? So what, you turned this into a competition? You are childish. I understand what it feels like to lose at something you're good at. Brutal. She's just laughing at us.
そうか、さてはお前、昨日俺に飯作らせたのはこっちの戦力分析か。
はい、今日の教訓は手の内は常に隠しておくでした。
Brutal. She says this happily and starts eating her own food. Brutal. Why'd you have to deliver the smackdown like that? Dinner is more lively than I was expecting. Sakura and Tohsaka are a good senpai and junior, and Fujini is completely friends with Tohsaka now. Well, I have no complaints about a fun meal. No complaints, but I feel like there's something wrong with all of us eating right now. Well, the fact that Saber's not there? I stand up.
何しろトイレ？
いや、忘れ物をした。連れてくるから待っててくれ。
I forgot something, I'll bring her here. Yeah, my bad, sorry, I smuggled another girl. When I leave the living room, Tohsaka is staring at me silently. She might think this is a mistake. I just couldn't take it. That's the only reason. I don't like it when she's in the same house, but alone. I mean, that's fair. It is kind of foul. I'm not gonna lie. So before considering the consequences, I grab her hand.
シロー、突然何をするのです？
いいから来てくれ。みんなにセイバーを紹介するから。
正気ですか？待ってください。それは。
正気だから連れて行くんだよ。ほら、いいから行こ
う。Thinking about the consequences of this at all. Would it be a problem if everyone saw her? Maybe not, right? As long as she doesn't show any magic.
後のことなんてなるようになる。
シロー。
I grab Saber's hand and take her to the living room.
悪いな、トーサカ。もう一人分いいかな。
Tohsaka doesn't object. She looked not very happy at first. Fujini and Sakura are looking at Saber with astonishment.
遅くなったけど紹介する。この子はセイバーって言って、しばらく面倒を見ることになったから。見ての通り外国人さんだから、日本の暮らしには慣れてないんで、そのあたり助けてやってくれ。
Why are they gray? It feels like they're staring into our soul. With that clock ticking down? Oh no. There's no reaction from the two. That's only natural, but I don't have enough composure to compare or to care about them right now.
ほら、そこに座れよ、セイバー。飯はみんなで食べた方がいいだろ。
それは確かに効率的だとは思いますが、私は。
遠慮なんてするな。だいたいな、これからはセイバーも一緒に住むんだぞ。同じ家に住んでるんだから、一緒に飯を食うのは当然だ。
You're thinking about like any other girls? Any other girls you were hiding from us?
はい。シローがそう言うのでしたら、私は従うだけですが。
Yeah, the fact that she's subservient to us is gonna make this kind of weird too. The fact that she's like, if Shirou says so, I'll obey. Oh my god, and if she calls us master? Oh, yikes.
そんなのダメ
Can and we did. We can't exactly kick her out. Oh god. My ears. My ears are ringing.
一体どうしちゃったのよ、シローってば。遠坂さんだけじゃなく、こんな子まで連れ込んじゃって、いつからここは旅館みたいになっちゃったのよ。
なんだよ、いいじゃないか。旅館みたいに広いんだから一人や二人部屋を貸しても。遠坂がいいんならセイバーだっていいだろ、下宿ぐらい。
いいわけないでしょ。遠坂さんは認めるけど、そんな得体の知れない子なんて知らないもん。一体どこの子なのよ、その子は。
That's valid. Also, is she punching us?
どこの子って、遠い親戚の子だよ。よくわからない事情があって親父を頼ってやってきたとか。
そんな作り話信じられない。だいたいね、仮にそうだとしても、どうしてエミヤの家に来たのよ。キリツグさんに外国の知り合いなんているはずな。
I'm gonna need you to reconsider that statement. The guy who was constantly traveling and isn't even from here. She can't really say that. Because father was a simpleton who went to foreign countries all the time, he would have more acquaintances overseas than in Japan.
ないとは言い切れないけど、それにしたっておかしいわ。あなた、何のためにここに来たのよ。
Please don't dig us a deeper hole, Saber. Please say something, like, intelligent. Fujini glares at Saber.
いや、だからそれは。
シロー、黙ってなさい。セイバーさん、私はあなたに聞いてるんだけど。
I came here to protect the master. Saber is silent. It's only natural. Saber doesn't have any reason to go along with my lies, nor a dexterous enough mind, so she... Dexterous enough mind? No.
さあ、
Psych.
私はキリツグの言葉に従っただけですから。
Don't disrespect Saber like that. Well, I guess she does. Yeah, don't disrespect her like that.
キリツグさんがシローを頼むって？
はい。あらゆる敵からシローを守るようにと。
Quietly. Saber says this with the greatest purity. Hey, that way, when she's talking about defending him, she's not lying, right? Who could object to that? Even if it's a lie, it's the ultimate truth for Saber herself. Even Fujini can't object to those words. But she stands up with a frown, glaring at Saber. What are the odds that's like 100% truth, though? Like, what are the odds that in the last Holy Grail War, Kiritsugu fought, and he was the one who had Saber? It's possible. It's definitely possible. I don't know, but weren't they talking about that, the Tohsaka family generally has Saber? I don't know. Because if it was Kiritsugu who got Saber, right, then that could be 100% truth, and frankly, it might help partly explain why we got Saber, right? Other than the fact that she was just the last one left, which is the explanation if that's not the reason. Right? And that would explain why she appeared, but I don't know. It'd be interesting. I might just be overthinking things, but interesting to think about the possibility. She stands up with a frown, glaring at Saber.
いいわ。そこまで言うんなら腕前を見せてもらうんだから。
You don't want to fight him, or fight her. You do not want to fight Saber. Oh, you're gonna get walloped. Fujini responds strangely. Oh, they taking this to the dojo? Yes, sir! This music, too. So, with the sound of wind, Fujini takes us outside. They boxing? She takes the shinai from the wall and glares at Saber. Oh, they bringing swords into play, huh? That's what a shinai is, right? Hold on. Or is that like the... That might be the little dagger things. Hold on. Japanese sword typically made of bamboo used for practice and competition in kendo. Okay, so it is a sword. You don't want to fight Saber with a saber. Well, just what is our Fujini thinking about?
あなた、シローを守るって言ったわね。なら少しは覚えがあるんでしょ？
Yeah, you're gonna get nae-naed.
私に剣を持てというのですか？
Her name is literally Saber!
そうよ。あなたが私より強かったら許してあげます。けど弱かったら家に帰ってもらうからね。
That's not really an option. We can't just do
構
that.
いませんが、それはどういった理屈でしょうか。
シローを守るのは私だもん。シローが一人前になるまで私がずっとそばにいるんだから。
You're not protecting us from Berserker. Sorry, you're just not. It seems Saber doesn't understand what Fujini is trying to say. Of course, no one else around here does either.
だから私より弱いやつはいらないの。
あなたが私より強いって言うんなら私より頼りになるでしょ。それなら少しはシローを任せてもいいわよだ。
Yeah, Saber, please. Don't be too hard on her, but wipe the floor with her. Fujini plays with her shinai as if she's sulking.
わかりました。あなたを納得させればよいのですね。
そうよ。けど私を納得させるのは大変なんだから。
For Saber, it might be. Just as she says that, Fujini rushes at Saber and attacks her with the shinai.
藤ねめちゃくちゃだ。
Not only was that a surprise attack, but she didn't even give Saber a shinai. Are you really a teacher, Tiger? Saber must be surprised by Fujini's surprise attack, as she just stands there distractedly. Fujini's clever attack to the body strikes.
あれ
Fujini tilts her head curiously. That's only natural. It's strange even for those of us watching, so it must be as strange as the Hanging Gardens of Babylon for Fujini. Saber is still standing. The difference is, she is now holding the shinai Fujini was wielding until now. What? She just jugged it?
本当
I don't know what's real, but it's certainly true. Saber does not even take a stance. Fujini doesn't move, standing before Saber. Fujini is a kendo expert, said to be unmatched. That experience must have made her realize that the person in front of her is on a completely different level, which she is. She's literally a heroic spirit from a different time.
構えろというのでしたら構えますが、そこまでしなければわからない腕ではないでしょう。
She's just backing away. She just dipped. She does not want the smoke. Fujini backs away unsteadily and drops to her knees.
勝負はつきました。認めてもらえましたか？
That's not even a fair fight. I'm so sorry, Fujini. Fujini hangs her head and slumps her shoulders. The very moment I think she'll calm down. Oh my god, poor Fujini.
変なのに白を取られちゃった
Oh my god. She starts to cry so loudly that those around her get dizzy. In the end, it took 2 hours to persuade Fujini. 2 hours? Fujini said, I want to talk a bit, and went into father's room for 2 hours. When she came out, she nodded and said, I guess I have to approve of her, with an unhappy face. On the other hand, Sakura is silent. It was getting late, so Fujini ended up walking Sakura home, but Sakura said nothing and merely bowed and went home. And she's like, oh, so he's got 2 girls with him now.
それじゃあ私も別棟に戻るわね。
Alright, see ya, Tohsaka. Oh. Come to think of it, Tohsaka's like this too.
悪かったな。どうせバカな真似してって思ってるんだろ。
Yeah, she definitely does.
別に。ただあなたのしていることは心の贅肉よ。そんな余分なことばっかりしてたらいつか身動きが取れなくなるわ。
Saying goodnight with a wave, Tohsaka leaves. What does she mean by it's an extra weight on his mind? Like, how is that an extra weight on his mind? It was more like a weight off his mind. I'm tired. I'll rest early too.
待ってください、シロ。私もあなたに聞くべきことがある。
Is this where she asks us why?
いいけど、何？
なぜ私を皆に紹介したのですか？私もリンの言う通り、シロの行為は不必要だと思います。
Yeah. Figured.
なぜも何もない。単に嫌だったから紹介しただけだ。
シロ、それは答えになっていません。何が嫌だったのか言ってもらわなければ。
He didn't like just leaving you alone in a bedroom while everyone else ate. Saber draws closer. Was what happened tonight that strange for Saber?
そんなの知るか。ただ飯食ってて、セイバーは一人でいるのかって思ったら嫌になっただけだ。強いて言うなら、藤姉とさくらにもセイバーを知ってもらっておけば、隠し事も減ると思ったぐらいだよ。
それはあまり意味のあることではありません。むしろ彼女たちに私の存在を知らせるのはマイナスです。この屋敷なら私の存在は隠し通せるのですから、私は待機していた方が良かった。
I mean, could there be anything explicitly bad that comes of this? I mean, other than like Sakura getting like more jealous or something? I don't know. Maybe someone finds out about us from them. I mean, literally just saying Saber might make it pretty clear who they're talking about. If they're like, oh yeah, Saber at my friend's house said this or did this or cooks the best whatever, right? And they're gonna be like, you know, if it's another master, they're gonna be like, Saber, huh? Interesting. What's better? Is she better off being an outcast while we're all eating?
そんなことはない。セイバーが良くても俺が嫌だったんだからしょうがないだろう。こういうの理屈じゃないと思う。
Saying so, I avert my gaze from Saber.
土蔵に行ってくるから先に部屋に戻っていてくれ。
There's no response. Turning my back on Saber, who doesn't seem to agree, I head out to the shed. Let's succeed in the strengthening magic today. I think that'd be pretty sweet, right? I go outside. The quiet yard, lit by the pale moonlight. The winter sky is high, and the stars are clear. I sigh without realizing. Tohsaka is right. I'm certainly contradicting myself. Maybe not the most intelligent move you've ever made, but I mean, I get it. The me that's trying to go to the shed, avoiding the room Saber's sleeping in. On the other hand, the me that doesn't want to leave Saber alone. Even though I find it hard to deal with Saber as a member of the opposite sex, I can't leave her alone as a human. It's only natural for a Tohsaka to be disgusted with me.
参ったな。未熟なのは魔術だけだと思ってたけど、精神修行もなってないじゃないか。
Yeah, you could work on it a bit, but... I murmur, looking up into the sky absent-mindedly. The night wears on. Since I'm inexperienced, I can't skip my training. I can only refine myself, believing that I can reach something if I continue my effort. Yeah, I hope so. It'd be pretty cool if he ended up as a strong magus eventually. Okay, new day, let's save. Wait, let's just save over here. Bookmark. The next day. After a normal morning, I enter the living room to find a complicated breakfast table.
あー、ごめんさくら。私バターダメなの。そこのマーマレードちょうだい。そうなんですか？遠坂先輩、甘いものは好きじゃないような口ぶりでしたけど。
Why can't she eat butter? She like lactose intolerant? That's all I can think of. Is there another reason someone can't eat butter? I mean, I guess maybe she just doesn't like it.
まさかそんな女の子はいないわよ。糖分は嫌いじゃなくて取れないだけだってば。油断すると見えないところが増えるの。甘味どころは週に1回にしなくちゃね。
Huh. I grow where you can't see. Okay. Only once a week, that's a tragedy.
なのにマンマレードなんですか、先輩。
Is that sweet?
朝は糖分取るの。それにね、少しぐらいは甘いものを口にしておかないと後のカウンターが怖いでしょ。
Or the backlash later on could get scary. Oh god. Get this woman her sugar in the morning.
そっか、食事を2食に減らしても食べる量が倍になったら大変ですからね。そういうこと。って黙ってればよく食べるわね、セイバー。ちっこい体のくせに桜並みの量じゃない。
I mean, Sakura doesn't exactly have a huge frame either, but
そうでしょうか。私は平均だと思いますし、さくらが口にしたパンは私を大きく上回っていると思いますが。
そんなことないです。遠坂先輩もセイバーさんも私もみんな仲良くトースト2枚じゃないですか。
what makes her bread more substantial? What?
いえ、厚さが違う。1センチに対して2センチですから、さくらはよく食べています。成長期ですし、栄養を取るのはいい。瓶も1枚だけと言わず、残さず食べてはどうですか。
So wait, she's saying she's in her growing period too? Is she calling her short again, Loki? You gotta eat or you're not gonna grow, Tohsaka.
だからダメだって言ってるじゃない。さくらと違って胸に栄養がいくわけじゃなし、朝からそんなに食べたら増えるっていうの。ただでさえ朝は食べない主義なんだから、これでも譲歩してるのよ。
Okay.
遠坂先輩、その先輩の前でそういうことは。
Jesus.
増える増えると言っていますが、なぜ具体的な表現を避けるのですか、ビン。
Saber's just pressed it
だ
on.
から目に見えないところの話。ああ、さくらは目に見えるから除外だけど。
Cool it.
だからそういう話はしないでください。
What the heck? Not the conversation I'd expect at breakfast. I can't lie. This conversation is absolutely not what I'd expect at breakfast. I take a bite of the well-done toast. Perhaps my brain just doesn't follow what's going in front of me, but I'm eating toast and not joining the conversation. Understandable. Well, there's no room for me to cut into the conversation.
どうも杞憂だったのかな。
They seem to have a good relationship for now. Tohsaka is the same as always, and Saber is more open than she was last night. Sakura is, well, she still seems to be a bit resistant to Saber, but it doesn't look like she dislikes her.
藤姉が来なかったのが気になるけど、まあ夜になったら来るだろう。
The shock last night must have been a big one. Well, she'll probably come and eat dinner, so I think she'll have calmed down by then. What's she gonna do, not eat dinner here? Come on. Breakfast ends and I start cleaning up.
先輩、本当にいいんですか？後片付け任せてしまって。
なあ、それぐらいはやっとく。それより、さくらは部活だろ？
You've got a club to go to, so you don't get beat. And what, we were late today anyways, so...
昨日の今日だし、顔を出しておいた方がいい。
はい、それじゃあお先に失礼しますね、先輩。
How thoughtful of him. Sakura bows also to Tohsaka and leaves the living room in a hurry. Good lord, what was so hard about that sentence? That leaves the three of us. Which means, once Sakura leaves, the three of us who knows the secret remain.
それでは私も失礼します。何かありましたら声をかけてください。
じゃあね、セイバー。シローは任されたからこっちの留守をよろしく。
はい。白を頼みます、リン。
Bowing lightly oh my goodness. Bowing lightly to Tohsaka, Saber returns to her room. Imagine if I could read today. Well, there's nothing to do here. Though she must want to save her energy by sleeping, but...
まったく、本当に戦うことしか考えてないのか、あいつは。
当たり前じゃない。シローもね、そろそろやる気見せないと セイバーに愛想をつかされるわよ。
That's fair.
まだ傷が完治してないとはいえ、いつまでもおとなしくしているような子じゃないでしょ。
She wants to box someone. A clicking sound. As she makes a scary comment, Tohsaka turns on the TV.
またこのニュースやってるんだ。
What, another gas leak? Morning news streams from the TV. I listen to it while washing the dishes. Yep. Dishes in the kitchen. Good lord, man. Well, the content is the same as the news I heard a while ago.
新都の方でガス漏れによる事故だって。
Those totally aren't gas leaks, right?
バカな話。そんなのあっちだけじゃなくて、こっちの町にだって起きてるのに。
Hold on. Did Tohsaka say something really worrying?
トーサカ、それどういう意味だ？
It means they're totally not gas leaks.
だから原因不明の衰弱でしょ。何の前触れもなく意識を失った人間がそのまま昏睡状態になって病院に運ばれてるって話。
I wonder what that could be.
もう結構な数になってるんじゃないかな。今のところ命に別状はないらしいけど、この先どうなるかは仕掛けたやつの気分次第でしょうね。
Good lord, there could be a mass murder of civilians. Yeah, you picking up what it actually is then? Wait. Not only in the neighboring town, but over here too? Comas with no cause. Numerous victims? No, the problem is...
トーサカ、まさかそれも他のマスターの仕業だっていうのか？
Yes.
じゃあ他の誰の仕業だっていうのよ。いい加減慣れてよね。あなただってマスターなんだから。
Yeah. We gotta deal with that, man.
それはそうだけど、なんで今まで教えてくれなかったんだよ、トーサカは。
こっちの件はそれほど簡単じゃないから。学校で結界を張ってるマスターは三流だけど、こっちのマスターは一流よ。相手を死に至らしめることはせず、命の半分だけを吸収して力を蓄えている。
Odds that it's Aaliyah, and that's how she's getting the energy for Berserker.
そりゃ集めるスピードは遅いけど、その代わりに魔術師としてのルールには引っかからないし、無理をする必要がない。このマスターは遠く離れた場所で町の人たちから生命力っていう最も単純な魔力をかすめ取っているわけ。
遠く離れた場所からって、そんなところから町中の魔力を集められるっていうのか、そいつは。
よっぽど腕の立つ魔術師なんでしょうね。
I mean, it could be any number of skilled magi. But Aaliyah seems like a pretty safe bet. Somebody who needs that much magical energy. How else is she keeping Berserker? You know, Hercules Berserker too. How else is she keeping him supplied?
シントとミヤマ、2つの町をフォローする広範囲の吸引なんて大がつく魔術師の技だもの。いや、それともよっぽど優れた霊地を確保したのかな。冬木の町には龍脈らしきものがあるって父さんも言ってたし、そこに陣を敷けば生命力の搾取ぐらいは簡単か。
ちょっとトーサカ、
父さんの書庫にそれらしい資料はなかったし、あるなら大師傅の書庫か。嫌だなあ。そこ今でも人外魔境だし、できれば遠慮したいのに。
The master's room? What?
となると綺麗に聞くしかないか。いや、ダメ。あいつに借りを作るなんてもってのほかだわ。
She just refuses to be in debt to him no matter how much it would help.
トーサカ、おい。
There's no answer. It's no good. Tohsaka is immersed in talking to herself. What did he need to ask? I reach the school gate with Tohsaka half-heartedly. The front gate has students arriving at school, and the school is starting another normal day. But still, there's an odd feel to it. I went through the front gate without noticing it yesterday, but I can certainly sense it if I look for it. How can I put this? It's so calm that even my instincts go numb.
本当だ。 外と中じゃ空気が違う。甘い蜜みたいな空気じゃないか。
へえ、シローにはそう感じられるんだ。あなた魔力感知は下手だけど世界の異常には敏感なのかもしれないわね。
That's nice, at least. It's something. Tohsaka ponders.
にしても甘い蜜か。例えるならウツボカズラとか。
That is an interesting comparison.
なかなか言えてみようじゃない。
Yeah, actually, I guess.
ウツボカズラってお前、そのイメージとんでもなく凶悪だぞ。
そう？シローの直感は外れてないと思うけど。だってこの学校、結界っていう蓋が閉まったら中の生き物はみんな食べられるんだし。
Yeah. Really good metaphor, then. They have a lot of really good metaphors in this game. That help with understanding, I guess. She sees through the aspect I didn't say, and I gasp.
やっぱりね。わかりやすいから楽しいわ、あなたって。
ああ、そうですか。俺はちっとも楽しくない。
You're fun because you're easy to understand.
怒らない怒らない。シローの言いたいことだって分かってるから安心なさい。あなたは学校の生徒を巻き込みたくないと思ってるし、私だってここを戦場にするのは願い下げ。
What?
ならやることは一つよね。
Just find the master? These are words to test me. Tohsaka is telling me the Holy Grail War, the enemy I said I will fight against, the master who is willing to drag in innocent people in order to win, is at this school.
わかってる。この結界を張ったマスターを探し出して、なんとかしなくちゃいけない。そして、そいつが結界を解かないって言うんなら、倒すだけだ。
Okay. Should probably just beat him anyway so that he doesn't do the same thing somewhere else, but...
そういうこと。ちゃんと理解していてくれて安心したわ。じゃあ、私は結界を張ったやつを探してみるから、シローは不審な場所をチェックしといて。私も一通り回ったけど、見落としがあったかもしれない。シローはそういう得意点を探すのに向いてそうだし、餅は餅やってね。
Tohsaka waves her hand and runs into the school building.
そんなこと言われても困る。不審な場所ってどういうところだよ、遠坂。
Good question.
だからあなた風に言えば空気が甘いところよ。蜜がベッタベタに甘いところを探せばいいの。
Anybody hearing that has to think they sound really stupid. She yells back, running. And Tohsaka disappears into the school building.
なんだあいつ、いきなり走り出すなんて。
Did he find a
やっ
spot
ぱ
on
り何
accident?
考えてるかわからな。
Is that why it cut off? Oh, no, the bell. I'll do it. The bell for homeroom rings.
そういうことか。
Brutal.
気づいてるならなんで教えないんだ、あいつは。
That's brutal. I hold my bag and run full speed. She just dipped without saying anything because she knew what time it was. After that incident yesterday, who knows what Fujini will say if I'm late. It's lunchtime. Even though it's only a temporary release from classes, the students run about the school busily.
よし、今なら歩き回っても変に思われない。
See if we can find something. I finish lunch in a few minutes and go out into the hallway. This is no time to complain that I've never done anything like this before. The battle has already begun, so I have to find the suspicious places Tohsaka was talking about in my own way.
まずは人気のないところが基本かな。
Well, an hour until lunch break ends. I hope I can get good results out of this. Yeah, that'd be nice. After checking through the school building, I go outside just in case. Oh, is there something in the archery club? Or the... or range? I think they might have called it a dojo, but... There's nothing wrong with the ground or behind the school building, but this area is too different.
まさか、ここもか。
There were several strange places inside the school building as well. Unpopular places like behind the stairs or within empty classrooms. But this place is different. Far from nobody coming here. This is a place people come every day.
どうして気がつかなかったんだ。異常って言えばここが一番異常じゃないか。
Ooh. I mutter, grasping my chest. This place is somehow suffocating. The thick wind and moist air aren't just strange. No, once I notice the smell, I actually feel like throwing up. Oh jeez, that must be pretty strong.
結界には起点があると遠坂は言ってたな。何箇所あるか知らないが、最初の起点がこの辺りにあるってことか。
Then there should be some sign of it. It's no good. As I have no skill in detecting magical energy, there's no way I can see the sign that's constructing the boundary field. Is it inside? I guess it can't be helped. I'll go and tell Tohsaka about this place and...
なんだ、探し物かい、エミヤ。
Perhaps. I doubt Shinji's involved. But could you imagine if it was actually him? I turn around at the sudden voice. Standing in front of the deserted archery dojo is...
シンジ。
What's up?
いや、奇遇だね。僕もその辺りに用があって来たんだけど。君、もしかして見た？
Wait, what? Is it actually him? Happen to see what? With a grin, Mato Shinji asks this happily.
見たって何を？別にここには何もないぞ。
ああ、やっぱり見たのか。なるほどね。君がトサカと一緒にいた理由はそれか。
What?
そうだよね。マスター同士手を組んだ方が効率がいいもの。
It actually is Shinji? Excuse me? I was kidding. I wasn't being serious.
Shinji, お前。
You might need to leave, bro. Lancer might come dice you up if you don't.
そう警戒するなよ、エミヤ。僕と君の仲だろ。お互い隠し事はなしにしようじゃないか。君が何を連れているかは知らない。けど、君もマスターなんていうひどい役目を押し付けられたんだろ。
Yeah, we sure were. Shinji states it clearly without holding anything back. That he, Mato Shinji, is also a master.
まさか、お前がマスターなのか、シンジ。
だからそうだって言ってるだろ。ああ、でも勘違いはしないでくれ。僕は誰とも争う気はない。
Wait.
そりゃ、襲われたら殺し返すけど、手を出されないうちは黙ってるさ。
So is it not him then?
この辺り、エミヤっぽいだろ。
Is he just another master vibing at the school? Who has, like, no knowledge or, like, no intent on killing? Shinji laughs. From his words, there seems to be no doubt that Shinji's a master, but...
まあ、こっちもエミヤがマスターだって知って驚いてるんだ。意外なのはお互い様ってことで、少し話し合わないか？
話し合う？それは構わないが、何を話し合うって言うんだ？
Man, you might need to hit a little mental, I need help. Saber, come here now.
そりゃ今後のことさ。さっきも言ったけど、僕は戦うつもりはない。けど他はそうでもないんだろ？ならさ、いつか来る災難に備えておかないと不安じゃないか。
I don't know if I would trust an alliance with him, man.
二人ならなんとかなると思わない？
He might actually be Lancer's master. So in other words, Shinji's asking me to cooperate with him?
ま、こんなところで話をするのもなんだろ？誰に聞かれるともわからないし、場所を変えよう。そうだね。僕の家がいい。あそこなら遠坂の目も届かないし、襲われても安心だ。
場所を変えるって、何言ってんだ。昼休みももう終わるし、話があるなら。
think he's telling you to ditch or to come after school.
バカ授業なんてサボればいいじゃん。ほら、いいから行こう。エミヤがマスターって知って嬉しいんだから、あまり水を差さないでよね。
そんなわけにいくか。授業を抜け出したら不審に思われるだろう。
What, suspicious that y'all were just raising up trouble somewhere? They know who you guys are.
ち、融通が利かないやつだな。ってああ、そうか。それはそうだよね。普通は警戒する。けど安心しなよ。何があってもこっちから仕掛けることはないさ。ほら、僕が騙し討ちなんかするように見えるかい？
Yes? You kinda do? Honestly, yeah, you kinda do.
ああ、そうか。確かにおいそれとはついていけないな、それは。
まあいいさ。そっちだってサーバントを連れてるんだろ？
Yeah, we sure do.
そんな危ない相手に喧嘩なんて仕掛けないよ。
You're right, we definitely do. How'd you know? Does Shinji think I have Saber with me? No, that's wrong. Shinji couldn't see a servant in spirit form. That's why he's wrongly guessing that I have Saber with me right now.
いいから行くよ。遠坂に見つかったら僕も君もただじゃ済まないんだから。
Interesting. I really did not expect him to be a master. I kind of figured somebody that we knew was a master. Like, I figured it'd be one of Issei, Shinji, probably not Sakura, maybe though. And, oh my goodness, the archery club girl. I kind of was on the archery club girl, but I did not really expect Shinji of all that group. Saying that, Shinji starts to walk away. I guess I have to follow him. I'm interested in what Shinji has to say, so I'll skip the afternoon classes. Oh goodness, it's getting real now. I did not expect this. We go up the hill road. The western-style house is on the opposite side to my house. I guess Tohsaka's house is at the top, but I recall that Mato's house is a bit further below, as if avoiding public eyes. Golly! That ain't a house! Stop, don't call that a house. That's a mansion. That is straight up a mansion. It's an amazing building, as always. I came here to play a few times during middle school, but I haven't even been near it recently. I haven't been invited since I became estranged from Shinji, and most of all, Sakura didn't like me coming to this house. Even though it's daytime, it's dim inside the house. This building is made so that sunlight cannot enter it, and there aren't many lights in here. I'm exaggerating, but you'd walk into the wall if you're not used to this place.
エミヤ、こっちだ。今にいるから早く来いよ。
I don't know when he went in, but I can hear Shinji's voice from the inner room. Even though it's been a year, my body still remembers this place, and I make my way to the living room without getting lost. Goodness, man. There's no kind of light in the living room either. The curtains are closed, and the sunlight is blocked off. There are no artificial lights, and the living room is in the dark.
エミヤ、こっちだ。
I look over in the direction of the voice. There's Shinji sitting in a chair, and... Is it Lancer? Nope. The figure of a woman like crystallized darkness. Ooh, okay. Who is that? Is that Assassin? Is that the Assassin? That's what, yeah. That is one with glasses. I'd guess that's Assassin. We know Berserker, we know Saber, we've seen Lancer, we know Archer. So it's Rider, Caster, Assassin, and that definitely looks a lot more like an Assassin than a Caster or a Rider.
紹介しよう。僕のサーバント、ライダーだ。
Nope, it is Rider. Okay. It looks a lot like somebody who'd be an assassin to me, but okay. I feel a chill. It's so bad that the back of my neck hurts like it's been slashed.
二人だけで話をするんじゃなかったのか、シンジ。
I back up a bit and manage to say that.
やだな。 用心だよ。エミヤが襲いかかってきたら怖いからね。
Yeah, too bad we don't have
ライ
Saber
ダー
by
には
our
すぐ
side.
近くにいてもらわないと。
Jesus, man. Stretching his hand out, Shinji touches his black servant, Ryder. He caresses from her waist down to her thighs, as if tasting them. You are weird. Ryder does not move at all. She stands there like a statue and keeps watching me with her covered eyes. It can't just be an illusion that it feels like she sees even my fingertips shivering.
人を連れてきてそれか。用心深いにも程があるんじゃないのか、シンジ。
冗談だってば。エミヤはそういうのができるやつじゃないって分かってるよ。
Oh, snap.
まあ、けどお前のサーバントは別だからね。僕だってこいつをしつけるのには苦労したんだ。サーバントがマスターの命令に従わないってのは珍しいことじゃないだろう。
Is he about to
だ
turn
か
on
ら
us?
さ、これはちょっとした牽制だと思ってくれ。
And I can't do anything like that. What, attack us or? Okay. I think he's just saying it was a joke that he said it was a precaution because he knows he's not going to attack him. And why'd he show her? I guess he just kind of revealed who his servant is. A servant that doesn't obey its master? Certainly, Ryder in front of me is different from Saber. Saber is quiet, but not cold-hearted. But I can only feel coldness from Ryder. A human lacking humanity. A black figure like discolored blood. She doesn't seem like a servant or a heroic spirit. She's so inorganic with no sense of lightness.
ライダーは俺のサーバントへの牽制か。あんまりいい気分じゃないな。
Yeah, because our servant isn't here. Because we suck.
ごめんごめん。何分こっちは素人だからさ。
Yeah.
エミヤみたいに慣れてるってわけじゃないんだ。そのあたりは勘弁してくれ。
Yeah, we're so experienced. Yep.
俺だって慣れているわけじゃないけどな。
そうなのか？なんだ。なら君も呼び出せばいいじゃないか。その方がお互い理解し合えるし、すごく公平だ。
You just shouldn't have said anything there, Shirou. Now I expect you to summon Saber, and she's not here.
ああ、うんうん。それがいい、それがいい。ねえ、エミヤ。僕のも見せたんだからさ。君のサーバントも見せてくれない？
So Shinji is wrongly guessing that Saber is with me. It'd be best to let him keep thinking that.
断る。そっちが牽制してくれるならそれでいいだろう。話し合いならそれで十分だ。
Yeah, you gotta keep up that bluff, bro.
何それ。あのさ、僕が見たいって言ってるんだよ。何気取ってるか知らないけど、言うこと聞いといた方がいいんじゃないの？
なら話はここまでだ。別にサーバントの見せ合いをしに来たんじゃない。そんなことが目的だったんならここで帰る。
Okay, Shirou, I respect it.
そうかよ。使えないやつだな。相変わらず。
Shinji comments discontentedly and leans back in his chair.
いいよ。本題に入ろう。と言っても、話すべきことなんて一つだけだけどね。
I'm still worried he's gonna turn this on us, but...
さっきも言ったけど、僕と協力しないか、エミヤ。マスターになったものの、聖杯戦争っていうのがどんなものか知らなくてさ。
待った。その前に俺も聞きたいことがある。返事をするのはそれからだ。
I don't know. If it's an actual choice, I have no clue what to choose there.
何？僕がどうしてマスターになったかってこと？
I nod. As far as I know, Shinji isn't a magus. I have to know how someone like that became a master, or I can't cooperate at all.
マスターは魔術師であることが大前提だと聞いた。俺も未熟ながら魔術をかじっていて、偶然サーバントと契約してマスターになったんだが、シンジも偶然サーバントを呼び出して聖杯戦争に巻き込まれたのか。
That's the case. We're the same. I won't easily be able to refuse his proposal of cooperation if that's the case.
へえ、エミヤは偶然マスターになったのか。
Yep. He didn't.
そうなんだ。よかった。それなら納得できる。
Shinji smiles delightedly.
僕も似たようなものかな。本人の意思に反してマスターになってしまったという点では同じだ。けど勘違いするなよ。僕はマスターが何であるか知っていたし、聖杯戦争のことだって前から知っていた。マトウの家はね、お前の家なんかとは違うれっきとした魔術師の家系なんだからさ。
Oh my god! When Tohsaka said she checked to look for the command spells on the person that could be a magus, she was referring to freaking Shinji. Or technically possibly Sakura. Oh my goodness. Is that why she's such close friends, or why she's friends with Sakura? Like, to keep tabs on her? Because she's a fellow or like of a family of magi? Oh man. When she said that, when Tohsaka said she like went to the person of the line of magi in this town and looked for the command spells and didn't find anything suspicious and got no magical energy, I kind of figured, I was thinking Issei, honestly. But no, this makes sense too. Yamato is a lineage of magi?
聞いてないぞ、そんなの。待てよ、それじゃあシンジと。
His sister Sakura knows magic too?
落ち着けよエミヤ。マトウ家はね、魔術師の家系ではあるけど、もう枯れてしまった一族なんだ。マトウの先祖はトウサカの家と一緒にこの土地にやってきたらしいが、日本の土が合わなかったんだってさ。代を重ねるごとに魔術回路ってやつ、それが減っていって、僕が生まれた時にはもうマトウの血筋は一般人に戻ってしまったそうだ。
I see.
だからマトウの人間は魔術師じゃない。昔魔術師であった家系なだけなんだ。
昔は魔術師だった。それじゃあ今は知識だけが残っているのか。
Yeah, seems like it.
ああ、残念ながらね。けど魔術回路がなくなったって魔術を学ぶことに変わりはない。マスターのことも聖杯戦争のことも調べればすぐに分かった。突然マスターに選ばれてこうやって落ち着けるのも先代の教えがあったからなのさ。
I see. I became a master and understood the Holy Grail War because of Tohsaka. Similarly, Shinji understood his situation because of the literature passed down his family.
つまりシンジは魔術の知識だけを教えられてきたんだな。ならさくらも同じように魔術を習ってきたのか。
はあ、はあ、もう本当に何も知らないんだな君。
Did they keep it from her?
いいかい。古い家柄の魔術師は一人にしか秘術を伝えないんだ。子供が二人いたら跡取りにするのは長男だけだよ。一つのものを二つに分けたら力が薄まるだろ。
I suppose. Yeah.
10の魔術を一つの結晶にして残していき、血をより濃くしていくのが魔術師だ。いくら肉親だからって安売りはしないのさ。だから魔術師の家系はね、跡取り以外に魔術は教えない。後継者に選ばれなかった子供は自分の家が魔術を学ぶものだと知らずに育てられるか養子に出すっていうのがセオリーなのさ。
That is brutal. What?
そうか、それならよかった。
I'm glad. Sakura is a girl who should stay in a peaceful world without magic. Yeah, honestly, that's fair. I can't let her get involved in a battle that forces you to kill others without reason.
さあ、これで分かっただろ、エミヤ。 僕はマスターになったものの魔術には疎い。君はそうだね。少しは使えるって言うけど、知識の方は素人同然だ。
Yeah, and our ability, so.
ほら、ちょうどいいと思わないか？勝手にマスターにさせられた者同士、協力しようよ。
それは構わないが、確認するけど、それは身を守るためなんだな、シンジ。
いや、それもあるけど、
No.
まずは当面の敵を叩かないとまずいんじゃない？
Oh, are you talking about Tohsaka?
僕、なんか彼女から目の敵にされてるみたいだしさ。
No, I'm not allying with you over Tohsaka. There's no way.
目の敵にされてる？まさかお前、それ遠坂のこと言ってるのか？
そんなの決まってるじゃないか。そうでもなければ僕を邪険にするものか。
That is a possible reason, actually.
いいか、あいつは他のマスターを許さないやつだぞ。そんなの一緒にいるエミヤだってわかるだろう。
I don't know.
けどさ、何の物好きか知らないけど、遠坂は君に気を許している。あの隙のない女がだぜ。ほら、倒すには絶好の機会だと思わない？
I gotta be honest, we don't stand a chance against Berserker without her, though. Saying that, Shinji puts out his hand as if asking for a handshake. Oh man, we're about to get a decision, aren't we? I won't cooperate with such an approach. Oh, we don't even have a decision. No, I can't. If Shinji really wants to protect himself, he should talk to Tohsaka too, and not just me.
シンジ、
And
聖杯戦争を管理しているやつがいるのは知ってるか？
ああ、教会の神父だってね。前回の生き残りだって言うけど、うるさそうだから会ってないよ。
yeah, no, that's fair.
僕は魔術師じゃないんだから、魔術師としてのルールなんて押し付けられるのは面倒じゃない？
That's contradictory. If he wants to really stop fighting, he should go and see Kodamine first.
シンジ、学校に結界が貼ってあることは知っているのか？
知ってるよ。僕にはわからないけど、ライダーが教えてくれた。それがどうしたっていうのさ。
Did he set it up?
あれはお前じゃないのか？遠坂は学校にいるマスターの仕業だと言っていたけど。
Did Ryder set it up, I guess is the question.
ああ、あれは僕じゃないよ。確かにあの学園にはもう一人マスターがいるから、
There's four at
そ
the
いつの仕事じゃないの？
four at the same school. No way.
遠坂は一人しかいないと言っていたぞ。
遠坂を信用しすぎるのもなんだけどね。ま、それは別にしても、あいつは間違ってるよ。遠坂が探っている気配は魔術回路ってやつなんだろ？
Yeah, he doesn't really have one, so.
なら僕は彼女が感知できるマスターじゃない。だって元から魔術回路なんてないんだから。初めからさ、僕は普通のマスターたちのレーダーに映らない存在なんだよ。
I see. The presence of a magus, the presence of the command spell, they are both things activated by magical energy. Then, if someone without magical energy becomes a master, the only way to identify them is to actually see them. Tohsaka's method of searching for people with magical energy would not only overlook Shinji as a master, but she wouldn't even notice him at all. It's because Shinji does not have the presence of a master that Tohsaka is searching for.
そうか。そうなると、今遠坂が感知しているマスターっていうのは他にいるんだろう。
I mean, or Shinji's lying to you and Ryder set it up. I mean, I don't think he denied that Ryder set it up, technically, but I should go home and warn Tohsaka about that. And there's no reason to stay here anymore.
おい、エミヤ。協力の話はどうなんだよ。
Nope.
それは断る。遠坂を倒すなんて相談には乗らない。第一、あいつは何もしていないだろう。あいつとはいずれ戦うことになるけど、今は信頼できるし、していたいんだ。
何かあってからじゃ遅いと思うけどね。まあ、そういうならいい。僕も君と同じく様子を見るさ。
He took that better than I expected. assuming he doesn't do anything now. Yeah. Surprisingly, Shinji seems to have given up. He doesn't try to stop me from going home, and he doesn't try to make Ryder attack me. He's a really difficult person. He acts like this, but he seems to try to be fair in his own way.
なあ、シンジ。しつこいようだけど、さくらはお前のことを知ってるのか？
知らないし、教えてやるつもりもない。マトウの跡取りは僕だからね。さくらには何も知らないまま、僕の妹でいさせてやるさ。
Shinji is a weird character, man. He is scum. He is. But at the same time, right now, he seems to be not that bad. Like, not that unreasonable. I mean, he can be both, though. It's not like those are mutually exclusive things. He can be scummy towards Sakura and still, in a weird way, like, be not completely unreasonable. You know?
助かる。さくらにはあのままでいてほしい。
そうか。そこまでさくらの心配をされちゃ、兄貴として礼をしないとね。よし。一ついいことを教えてやるよ、エミヤ。誰だかは知らないけど、マスターの一人は寺に巣を張ってるよ。
Is it actually Issei?
寺って、まさか竜道寺にか？
ああ、僕のサーバントが言うには、山には魔女が潜んでいるそうだ。大規模に魂を集めているそうだから、早めに叩かないと厄介らしい。
Oh my goodness. It might actually be Issei. If that's true, that's the fifth one. And if that one is collecting souls on a large scale, there's a high probability that is the cause of the story in this morning's news.
話はそれだけだよ。それじゃあライダー、送ってやってよ。いいかい？エミヤは味方だから。傷つけるんじゃないぞ。
Yeah, I'm not necessarily on the kill Shinji right now side, right? That's not what I'm thinking. I don't know how much we can trust him, but I feel like for now we can sort of trust him. But I don't trust him over Tohsaka for sure. So ordered by Shinji, Ryder approaches me.
いや、それは。
遠慮するなって。家を出るまでは僕の責任なんだから。怪我をされたら困る。
Okay, I guess.
ああ、ライダー。送るのは玄関まででいいからな。外にさえ出てくれたら、僕とは無関係だから。それまでは丁重に送ってやれ。
Until then, Shinji retreats into the back room. I look silently at Ryder. Ryder, covered in black clothes, doesn't say anything. But surprisingly, looking at her closely, I notice that she has clean features. The long purple hair reaching to the ground only reminds me of the smell of blood, but at the same time, I understand it's really beautiful. She's wearing this outfit, so it's embarrassing to directly stare at her. But can it be that her outfit doesn't match her face? To put it into a phrase, she's a shrine maiden covered in blood. A contradictory appearance of one who is both holy and evil is this servant called Ryder.
というか。
Are all heroic spirits beautiful? I think so while looking up at Ryder's face out of curiosity. Hey, Ryder's tall for a girl. Ryder must be at least 170 centimeters tall. I gotta be honest, I don't know what that is in height that I know. There's no time to calmly observe Ryder. It's a problem to be alone with Ryder, so I should get out of this place quickly. Yeah, Saber might be very mad when you tell her if you tell her you met Ryder. Ryder really follows me out to the entrance. I wonder. She doesn't feel alive, but she might answer me if I talk to her. Talk to Ryder or ignore dangerous things. I kind of doubt we just die if we talk to Ryder, so might as well?
ライダー、さっきのシンジの話は本当なのか？
I call out to her, not expecting a response. There's no change in Ryder. Her hair flutters in the wind.
だよな。悪かった。敵同士なのにつまんないこと聞いちまって。
I raise my hand to thank her and exit. Then,
嘘ではありません。あの山に魔女が住んでいるのは真実です。
oh, she's actually talking to us.
ライダ
挑むのならば気をつけなさい。あの魔女は男性というものを知り尽くしていますから。
Okay, good to know. So what, is that Caster, probably? Ryder talks without interest. I notice myself getting drawn in by her voice and quickly shake my head.
ー。まあ、その忠告ありがと
That's the type of warning that I could totally see being important.
う。それとシンジのことをよろしく頼む。あいつはああいうやつだからさ。あんたが守ってやってくれ。
I'm taken aback, but I manage a reply. That must have sounded funny.
人がいいのですね、あなたは。シンジが懐柔しようというのもわかります。
I do too. I kind of feel bad that we're not allying with him, but again, I think Tohsaka is the better alliance anyways. Even ignoring that I like Tohsaka more. Ryder smiles a bit and returns to the house after saying so. I didn't expect we'd get anything out of her. Interesting. I descend the hill and return to the intersection. If I head up to the residential district on the other side, I'll be heading home, but
竜道寺にマスターがいるか。
an hour's walk to the mountain. Taking the mountainside road, one can reach the mountain gate that leads to the Ryudo Temple. The Ryudo Temple is a large temple up on the mountain, as big as our school. Its cemetery is large, but more than that, it's a small world made up of 50 practicing monks. Oh, there are a lot of people there. It could just be someone random. If it's not someone random, though, my money's obviously on Issei. I mean, it could be like his dad, I guess, but... The people of the town are helped by the people of Ryudo Temple, but they also honor it as a sacred place that is not to be visited lightly.
そういえば、ここ最近竜道寺には行ってないな。
Ever since I went there last summer to stay there as mental training. The temple's life gets really hard during the winter, so I was thinking about returning there during the winter.
午後の授業をボイコットした男がこんなところで何をしている？
Hi, what's up, Issei? Don't worry about us. Speaking of the devil, or whatever. I ran into Ryudo's temple's successor, Ryudo Issei.
よ、学校もう終わったのか？
終わったとも。生徒会でやることもないので帰ってきたのだが、何かあったのか？見たところお山を眺めていたようだが。
ああ、別に何かあったわけじゃない。なんとなく家に帰りたくなっただけだ。
Just thinking about visiting, but not telling him that.
なんとなくで授業を休まれては教師は商売上がったりだ。で、なぜお山なんぞを拝んでおったのかと聞いているのだが。
ちょっとな。伊勢、一つ聞くけど、最近さ、なんか変わったことないか？
Oh, if he asks why, I feel like we gotta have a way to work out of this. I'm a little worried about the possibility that it is Issei. Right, and if it is, I feel like basically asking straight up if something weird's going on is not the move. So hopefully he can back it up with a, oh, I'm just worried about the gas leaks or something.
変動など左半時だが、さりとて劇的な境地に至ることもなし。お山は日々これ平穏。しかるに平穏こそ日常よ。
Oh, that mountain ain't gonna be peaceful for long, bro.
悪い伊勢、真面目な話をしているんだ。
失礼な。こっちだって真面目だぞ。
みたいだな。ならいいんだ。取り越し苦労だった。
わかればよい。俺がエミヤ相手にふざけるものか。
With a cough, Issei calms down.
だが、 変化があるといえばあるのだが、どうしたものかな。
Oh, you got something for us?
変化って寺にか？
ああ、お山ではなくうちの空気が浮ついている。親父殿の知り合いらしいのだが、少しばかり厄介な客人を迎えていてな。これが結構な美人であるから始末が悪い。
Yeah, it's probably his father then. Because she's beautiful. Yep. The air shifted too. That seems way too suspicious.
まったく。皆も女一人に何を騒いでいるのやら。
And like Ryder said, it's a woman who knows the hearts of men, so she seems possibly pretty dangerous to us.
女って、竜道寺って尼さんいたっけ？
おらぬ。訳ありでな。祝言まで部屋を貸し与えているのだが、いや、これが確かに美しい人でな。井戸から水を汲む姿など、俺でも目を奪われるほどだ。
Yeah, it sounds a lot like our reaction to Saber, so I'm betting that's a servant.
訳ありってどういうわけだよ。って、いいせ。おーい、俺の話聞こえてるか？
いかん。だから女性はいけないんだ。女性は。
That is why women are bad. What?
色欲立つべし。落ち着け、一斉。
Reject lust. The student council president starts to recite Buddhist scriptures. Jeez, he's so serious, so he's hard to deal with when he gets like this.
もしもーし、大丈夫か？一斉。
問題ない。修行不足なので、より精進したいと思う。
I guess he still didn't hear me as he disappears into the back of the town. Yeah. Okay, we got something brewing at Ryoto Temple. The sun is already setting by the time I reach my house. I'm home first just like yesterday. Sakura and Fujini will be here soon, and Tohsaka should be back too.
シンジから聞いた話は、さくらと藤姉が帰ってからだな。
Yeah, seems like a reasonable idea. There's no point in talking about it when those two are here. That decided, I have to go and prepare dinner. Tohsaka got me yesterday, and I have to try to put Fujini in a better mood. Cooking takes time and effort before love. If I'm to go for a sure win, I'll have to spend twice as much time. Okay, I said, you know what? I can't take that L. I'm spending all day cooking. So, after all that, what happened is...
ふーんで何よ、負けてないんだから。登坂さんのバカ、いじめっ子。
Wait, what?
ですから私が言っているのは料理の味じゃありません。その藤村先生曰く今までで一番美味しい夕食なんですから、みんなに分け与えた方がいいんじゃないかって話です。
Yeah, it took the L, Tohsaka.
言ってることが違うと思う。登坂さん、シロの作ったご飯はあんまり食べたくないって言ったじゃない。
She can't accept this L.
それは朝だけの話です。
Oh.
夕飯はきちんと取りますし、そもそも夕食は私とエミヤ君との交代制なんですから、私が食べるのは当然の権利じゃないですか。
What, did Fujini want, like, her portion or something?
それが嫌だというのでしたら、明日からは藤村先生が代わってください。
She can't cook.
的確に急所をついてくるその性格。くそ、こんなひどい教え子だとは思わなかったよ。
Man, she's brutal, low-key. Fujini reluctantly returns the pot to the table. And so, the specially prepared rice returns to the table safely.
あのな、藤姉。今日は山ほど飯作ったんだから、別にがっつく必要なんかないぞ。ちゃんと飯もおかずも人数分作ったんだし。
Munch, munch.
そうですね。でも先輩、これはちょっと作りすぎかなとか。
Munch, munch.
ええ、4人分のタレを2段重ねというのは明らかに重量過多です。
Munch, munch. Bro is just vibing and eating.
タレじゃない、おひつ。いいんだよ。今日のメインはご飯なんだから多めに作っても。 余ったらおにぎりにするから明日の昼飯にもなるし。
Munch, munch. Bro just keeps munching.
それ私の分もいい？私チャーハンは好きじゃないんだけど、これは別格。ねえねえ、なんかいろいろ入ってるけど何入れたわけ？
I'd love to hear it too. Munch, munch. The constant
基
munch,
本
munch,
的に
bro.
はキノコの炊き込みご飯ですよね。油物を混ぜる代わりに柚子で香りを取ってるあたり細かいです。
Munch, munch. What the
い
heck?
いもん。こうなったら私一人で空にするんだから見てなさいよ。
We know you will. Fujini must have given up taking the pot for herself, as she starts to eat really fast. Oh lord, you can hear the spoon, rapid fire, or chopsticks? I don't know. Whatever utensil, it's hitting the bowl really fast. She empties her bowl quickly and asks for more in no time.
いいけど、そんなに急がなくてもなくならないぞ、藤音。
いいの。シロのご飯は私が食べるんだから。昨日今日やってきた人にはあげないもん。
What the heck? She snatches away the bowl. I don't get it. Sakura is smiling awkwardly, Tohsaka is ignoring Fujini, and Saber is eating her food. I put in a lot of effort to make this, but it might have had the opposite of the desired effect. Yeah, seems like it. The dinner that was supposed to have Tohsaka admit defeat ends loudly because of Fujini's strange actions. Dang, bro thought he caught a dub. And Fujini intervened. You hate to see it.
それじゃあ先輩、失礼しますね。
See it.
おう、藤音、さくらをよろしくな。ちゃんと家まで送ってやってくれよ。
Yeah, we gotta talk with at least Saber and possibly Tohsaka.
はいはい。分かってるから安心なさい。
Stepping lightly, Fujini holds Sakura's hand.
何シロ？なんか不思議そうな顔してるけど。
そりゃ不思議だ。普通人間はあれだけ食うと身動きが取れなくなる。
Fujini's just built different.
そうかな。苦しかったけど飲み込んじゃえばなんとかなるものよ。
So she realized the problem is that there's no limit to that tiger. Just as one would expect from a wild tiger. If possible, I don't want it accidentally trespassing into human society.
じゃ、また明日な。夜更かしするなよ、二人とも。
おやすみなさい、先輩。
おやすみシロ。
I see the two off and return to the living room. I said I had to talk to them after dinner, so Tohsaka and Saber are waiting in the living room with serious expressions. Okay, it's both of them.
お
See,
疲れ様。それで話っていうのは何？
他のマスターの話だ。聞いてほしいことがある。
Saber raises her brows a bit. As a servant, she must prefer battles where she uses her sword to these peaceful days. But her wound shouldn't have healed yet. The wound on her chest made by Lancer's noble phantasm isn't something even Saber can heal quickly. Thinking about that makes me hesitate telling them about Shinji. Tell them about Shinji. I feel the same way as Shinji. I want to avoid starting fights, and I think the girl in front of me swinging a sword is a disparate image.
シロ、話があるのではないのですか？
Yeah, it'd help if you talked.
ああ、そうだな。率直に言うとだな。今日、ライダーとそのマスターに会ってきた。
ライダーのマスターに会ってきたっていつの話よそれ。
In the middle of school, that's why we dipped. Saber's like, excuse me, you did what?
そんなバカな。一人で敵のマスターに会うなどと自分の身を何と考えているのですか？
Well, we knew who they were.
待て、落ち着けってば。大丈夫。怪我なんてしていないから。そう怒らないでくれ。
The problem is that you could have gotten hurt. It's not... I mean, yeah, the end result was fine, but what happens when next time you're like, yeah, let me go meet with a master, and that ends horribly.
怒るななどと。いえ、私は怒ってなどいません。
Just disappointed.
シロの行動に呆れているだけです。
Yeah.
右に同じ。まあ、済んだことを言っても始まらないわ。それで、どういうことなのよ、シロ。
Tohsaka and Saber glare at me with an obvious anger in their eyes. Jeez. I thought they would say something about me being thoughtless, but I didn't think they would get this mad. Well, you did do something thoughtless. It was so dumb. I mean, the fact that you knew who it was maybe makes it a little less dumb, but...
会ったのは今日の午後だ。話し合いをするっていうから付き合っただけで、別に戦ったわけじゃない。
見ればわかるわ。で、ライダーのマスターはどんなやつだったの？
he was like a Shinji.
どんなやつかって、シンジだよ。学校で結界を探っていたら声をかけられてな。話があるからついてこいって、マトウの家まで行ったんだ。
シンジって本当にシンジ？
Yep.
ああ、ライダーもシンジに従ってたし、聖杯戦争も知ってたさ。なんでも、マトウは由緒正しい魔術師の家系なんだって？
ああ、それはそうだけど、そんなはずないのよ。マトウの家は先代でもう枯渇しているはずだもの。何があろうとマトウの子供に魔術回路はつかない。これは絶対よ。
You're correct, there is no magic circuit there. Tohsaka declares so. If so, Shinji and Saka really must not have magic circuits.
ああ、シンジもそう言っていた。けど、知識だけは残ってたんだと。長男であるシンジにしか教えなかったそうだから、さくらは知らないとか。要するにさ、俺と似たタイプのマスターなんだよ、あいつ。自分には魔力がないから、遠坂の感知にも引っかからないとか言ってたぞ。
More importantly, he claims there's another master at the school.
そう、まずったわね。確かにそういうケースだってあるか。魔導書が残っているんならマスターになるぐらいはできるだろうし。もうそれじゃあ私の行動ってあいつに筒抜けだったんだ。バカ。
His actions were, or your actions definitely were totally obvious to him. Tosaka's mumbling, reflecting on our actions. Tohsaka is close to perfect, but I think there are a few things missing. Unfortunately, they're the most crucial ones.
私のミスだわ。シンジのことはしっかりマークしておくべきだった。知っていたら結界を張らせるなんてこともなかったのに。
He claims he didn't do it. That's the problem.
いや、学校の結界はシンジじゃないって言ってたぞ。学校にはもう一人マスターがいるんだとさ。
Another one.
ええ、それはそうでしょうね。学校にはまだ一人、私たちの知らないマスターがいるのは明白よ。
Yeah, whoever Lancer's master is, right?
けどシロ、あなたまさか結界を張ってないっていうシンジの言葉を信じてるの？
I guess he is.
いや、そこまでお人よしじゃない。シンジが学校にいる以上、半分の割合でシンジの仕業だと思う。
The unknown master has
あ
to be
との半分
Lancer's.
はまだ正体が知れないマスターだろ。
It's gotta be Lancer's master, right?
半分ね。その時点で大したお人よしだと思うけど。まあ、それはそれでいいわ。そういう余分なところがあなたの味だし。だからこそシンジは正体を明かしたんだろうしさ。
Yep.
まあいいわ。それでシンジと何を話したのよ、あなた。
Yeah, he wanted an alliance.
手を組まないかだとさ。シンジも戦うつもりはないらしい。だから顔見知りとなら協力したいって風だったけど。
シロ、あなたまさかシンジと。
Said no. Yeah, that's gonna surprise you, I know.
いや、断るだろう普通。俺もう遠坂と手を組んでるし。返事をするにしたってちゃんと遠坂に話を通さないとダメじゃないか。
うん、それはそうだけど。でも断ったって言った？
Yep.
あ、さっきはああ言ったけど、シンジへの返答は俺の独断でやっちまった。遠坂の耳に入れるような話でもなかったし。それともやっぱり早まったのか。
I mean, possibly. An alliance of 3 is stronger than an alliance of 2. If you trust everyone in it, that's the question, though. Would you trust him in it?
別にシロの判断は正しいんじゃない？まあ、あんた個人にお呼びがかかったんなら私が文句を言う筋合いでもないけどさ。
Yeah, especially considering his goal was to take freaking Tohsaka out. The way she mumbles so isn't like Tohsaka at all.
シンジからの話はそれだけだよ。 俺の見た限りじゃライダーもそう強力なサーバントでもなかった。バーサーカーは言うに及ばず、ランサーより威圧感はなかったと思う。ライダー本人も思ったよりまともだった。
マスターがそう実感したのなら確かでしょう。ですがサーバントの進化は手にした宝具に左右されます。
Yeah, good plan.
ライダーが何者であるか判明するまでは油断はしないようにしろ。
Absolutely never underestimate a servant, I'd say.
ああ、ライダーがどこの英雄かは全くわからなかった。ほら、ランサーとかバーサーカーはいかにも英雄って感じじゃないか。ライダーにはそれがなくて、どこか普通のサーバントとは違う気がした。
And what, she was trash?
普通のサーバントとは違うです。私には分かりませんが、リンならシローの違和感が説明できますか？
ああ、理屈だけならわかるわよ。サーバントがどんな英霊かは呼び出されたマスターに左右されるって話。結構似た者同士になるのよ、マスターとサーバントは。
Well, that explains a lot. That explains a lot of things, like why Archer was so, like, stubborn and hard-headed at first, and why we summoned a spirit, or a heroic spirit, who's, like, following a knightly code, you know?
つまり高潔な人物がマスターなら、それに近い霊格をした英霊が召喚される。逆に言えば、心に深い傷を持った人間が英霊を呼び出せば、同じように傷を負った英霊が現れるわ。シローがライダーに感じた違和感はそれでしょうね。
Maybe it was... So what, Ryder is noble, whereas Shinji does not feel like that?
いびつな心を持つマスターは、時として英雄ではなく、
Oh.
英霊に近いだけの怨霊を呼び出してしまうのよ。
So what, the feeling is that it's not a hero at all? Rather a vengeful ghost, almost.
英霊に近い怨霊。それってまさか前に登坂が言っていた。
ええ、血を見るのが大好き、人殺しなんて何とも思わないような暴虐者よ。実際残忍さだけが伝承に残っている英雄だっているんだから、そういうやつがサーバントになってもおかしくはないわ。
Yeah, I suppose. Is that so? Certainly I could only smell blood on Ryder, but she didn't seem like a bloodthirsty killer. I can't think of anything that matches. Not a bloodthirsty killer, but lots of blood. It does remind me of the one story, though, of, some woman, I don't remember what happened, or why she was provoked into doing this, but, she was really mad at, like, a neighboring country, and she invited all of their nobles, right, to some, like, wedding, right, or, like, a chance to be, her husband, and then she killed all of that country's nobles. I swear this happened. I don't remember what provoked it, I don't know who it was. That's the only story that even kind of resembles that. It'd be hilarious if that was the right one, but I doubt it.
まあ、ライダーのことはそれだけだ。最後にもう一つあるんだけど、これが一番重要かもしれない。
They gave us info about another one.
なんでもさ、ライダーの話じゃ、竜道寺にもマスターがいるらしい。そいつは町中の人間から魔力を集めているそうなんだけど、この話、二人はどう思う？
竜道寺。竜道寺ってあの山のてっぺんにある寺のこと？
Yep, the one Issei lives at.
だからそうだって。なんだ、思い当たる節でもあるのか？
Did she have a reason to suspect Issei already, or?
まさか、その逆よ。竜道寺なんて行ったことないもの。どんなマスターか知らないけど、そんな偏僻なところに陣取ろうなんて思わないわよ、普通。
だよな。俺も竜道寺にいるって聞いた時は驚いた。いくら人目につかないって言っても、寺には大勢の坊さんが生活しているんだ。怪しい真似をしたらすぐに騒ぎになると思う。
いまいち信用できないわね、その話。仮にそうだとしても、竜道寺って郊外のさらに郊外にあるんでしょ？
Yeah. What, do you think it's a trap?
そこから深山と神と両方に手を伸ばすなんて大魔術っていうより魔力の無駄遣いよ。集めた魔力を使ってもそんな大規模な術は不可能だもの。
Then Tohsaka starts to think with a troubled face. I'm relying on Tohsaka's opinion, so there's nothing I can do until she talks again.
いいえ、シロウの話は信憑性が高い。
How so?
あの寺院を抑えたのなら、その程度の魔術は自然に行えるのですから。
What, because it's a temple?
セイバー、あの寺院って竜道寺のことを知ってるのか？まだ連れてったことないぞ、俺。
忘れたのですか、シロウ。私は前回も聖杯戦争に参加しています。この町のことは熟知していますし、あの寺院が落ちた霊脈ということも知っています。
Ah, okay. That's it then.
落ちた霊脈？ちょっと待って、それってうちのことよ。なんだって一つの土地に地脈の中心点が2つもあるっていうのよ。
それは私にも分かりませんが、とにかくあの寺は魔術師にとって神殿とも言える土地です。
Interesting.
この地域の命脈が流れ落ちる場所と聞きますから、魂を集めるには絶好の拠点となるでしょう。魔術師は自然の流れに手を加えるだけで町中から生命力を回収できる。
そんな話初めて聞いたわ。
Well, that could change things then.
けど確かにそれなら町の人間から生命力をかすめ取っていくこともできるわよね。
So we might have someone there. And then what? That's either like, I don't know, someone could be their like caster or something, right? Well, if it's a female, then that can't be Lancer, which means there is still probably one more at our school, right? Oh, jeez.
要するに霊的に優れた土地ってことだろ。そんなの当然じゃないか。そうでもないところに寺なんて建てないぞ。
I mean, fair.
そんなの当たり前じゃない。言われなくても分かってるわよ。
だよな。昔から寺とか神社ってのは神がかる場所に建てて町を守るものだ。坊さんは神仏に祈って幸を与えるんじゃなくて、鬼門を封じて災いを退ける。その線で言えば竜道寺のあるお山が特別な場所ってのは当然だろう。おい、まさかとは思うが、お前竜道寺をお飾りの寺だとでも思ってたのか？
She definitely did.
そうよ、悪い？今まであるだけの寺だと思ってたわよ。あの寺には実践派の砲術師がいないんだから。
実践派の砲術師？なんだそれ。
Is that like a thing that Magi do? They have practicing healers at different temples?
度胸や心身、祈願以外で霊を成仏させる連中のこと。各社は神仏の力だけでことをなすそうだけど、修行が浅い僧侶は神仏に届かないから、私たちみたいに自身の力を上乗せして術をなすの。
Interesting.
そういう連中が集まって組織みたいになってるのがあるのよ、この国には。私たちとは相入れない連中だから詳しくは知らないけどさ。そんなことより寺のことよ。あの寺が霊脈だとしたら、まず真っ先に抑えようとするのがマスターでしょ。おかしいじゃない。なんで他の連中はそんな場所を見逃しているのよ。
It's a good question.
いや、だから竜道寺があるからだろ。悪用されないように見張ってるんだって。
竜道寺の僧侶はみんな純粋な修行僧じゃない。私たちみたいに外れた連中じゃないんだから、そんな人たちを丸め込むぐらいマスターなら造作もないわ。
Yep, and as someone who knows the hearts of men. Just saying.
いいえ、リン、それは違う。確かにマスターならばあの寺院を制圧するのはたやすいでしょう。しかし、
Is that what
あ
it
の
is?
山にはマスターにとって都合の悪い結界が張られているのです。
私たちに都合の悪い結界？
How so?
はい。あの山には 自然霊以外を排除しようとする法術が働いている。生身の人間に影響はありませんが、私たちサーバントには文字通り鬼門なのです。
So just charging that place is not a good move.
自然霊以外を排除する。それじゃあサーバントはあの山には入れないってこと？
入れないことはありませんが、能力は低下するでしょう。足を踏み入れるたびに近づいてはならないという令示を受けるようなものですから。
Okay, well that explains that then.
それじゃあどうやって竜道寺のマスターはサーバントを維持しているのよ？
いえ、寺院の中に入ってしまえば結界はありません。元より結界とは寺院を守る境界線と聞きます。結界は外来者を拒むだけのものですから、それ以上の能力はありません。
じゃあなんとか中に入ってしまえばサーバントを律する法術はないってこと？
The hard part is making it inside.
けどおかしいな。そんな風に寺院を密閉させたら地脈そのものが止まるじゃない。せめて一本ぐらい道を開けておかないと地脈の中心点にはなり得ないんじゃない？
はい。寺院の道理で言えば、正しい門から来訪した者は拒めません。その教えに従っているのか、寺に続く参道にだけは結界が張れないと聞きました。
Interesting.
あの寺院は正門のみ、私たちサーバントを律する力が働いていないのです。
So that's where we'd have to go in. We'd literally have to do a frontal assault.
なるほど。そりゃそうよね。すべての門を閉じたら中の空気がよどむもの。ただ一つだけ作られた正門か。
私が教えられることはそれだけです。では結論を。マスターがいると判明したのですから、取るべき手段は一つだけだと思いますが。
Yeah, honestly, I'd agree. I know what Saber wants to say. Her eyes tell me that since the location of the enemy is known, all that's left is to attack. But...
私はパス。
Oh.
どうにも罠臭いし、正直それだけの情報じゃ動けないわ。
Yeah.
相手のホームグラウンドに行くんなら、せめてどんなサーバントを連れているのか判明するまで待つべきよ。
That's right. Wait, we actually do have a little bit of information, but...
意外ですね。リンならば戦いに赴くと思ったのですが。
侮ってもらって結構よ。こっちはアーチャーがまだ本調子じゃないし、しばらくは傍観するわ。
わかりました。それではシロ、私たちだけで寺院に赴きましょう。
To investigate, or... Saber says this as if it's the natural thing to do. But that's... Oh, man. Oh, no. I have to make a decision. Fight. Or don't fight. At at Temple. Ooh, that's tough. With the information we have right now, that we don't know what the servant is, and we know that the servant knows the hearts of men. It is a bit concerning, though, to fight. But at the same time, it feels like we probably do need to stop all this from happening. Man, I don't know. I feel like Saber is not going to be happy if we say don't fight. That's the problem here. I really don't think she would accept that decision. But at the same time, Tohsaka's not wrong. Like, this does feel like a trap, man. Like, the main gate is wide open. Really? Like, you can't say that doesn't sound suspicious. But at the same time, if for some reason, like, they're not ready for a frontal assault, like, we could just take them out now. We really could. Goodness, this is tough. Oh, man. My gut says don't fight, even if Saber won't like that, so that's what we're gonna go with.
いや、俺も遠坂と同じだ。まだあそこには手を出さない方がいい。
See if that was the wrong choice.
あなたまで戦わないというのですか。バカな。今まで体を休めていたのは何のためです。
Oh jeez.
敵の所在が判明した以上、打って出るのが戦いというものでしょう。
But we don't have any more information. We don't know who it is.
それは分かってる。けど待つんだ、セイバー。竜道寺にいるマスターがそこまで用意周到なやつなら、絶対に罠を張っている。
Yeah.
そこに何の策もなしで飛び込むのは自殺行為だ。
That's kind of what I'm thinking, man.
遠坂の言う通り、せめてアーチャーが回復するまで待つべきだと思う。
そのような危険は当然です。初めから無傷で勝利を得ようなどと思ってはいません。
I mean, I get that, but
敵の罠が体を貫こうと、この首を渡さなければ戦える。どのような深手を負おうと、マスターさえ倒せればいいのではないのですか。
バカ言うな。怪我をしてもいいなんて、そんな話があるか。
that's just a difference of opinion, and you guys.
危険を承知で行くのはいい。けど、そんな特攻は馬鹿げてる。俺はマスターとして、セイバーにそんな危険な真似をさせられない。
That's right. Going to the Ryudo Temple is certainly a suicide attack. There'll be some obstacles on the only road heading to the temple, exactly. It's fine to accept that and go, but heading there without any plans is suicidal. No matter how strong Saber is, she has me as a handicap. If she pushes herself in fights, and if the result is just like what happened at that time, I can't agree to that.
何を言うかと思えば。いいですか、マスター。サーバントは傷を負うものです。それを恐れて戦いを避けるなど、私のマスターには許しません。
ああ、許されなくて結構だ。セイバーが無茶をするんなら何度だって止めるからな。それが嫌ならさっさと体を治せって言うんだ。まだ傷が治りきってないんだろ、お前は。
戦闘に支障はありません。傷を理由に戦いを先延ばしにするなどと、そのような気遣いは不要です。
Saber's will to fight does not change. Jeez, why doesn't she understand even after I tell her this much?
ああ、そうかよ。けどな、そう簡単にうなずけるか。以前だってそれでセイバーはバーサーカーにやられちまったんだろ。無理を通して戦って、また俺もお前も共倒れなんて真似を繰り返すつもりか。冗談じゃない。俺はあんな無残に殺されるなんて二度とごめんだ。
Jeez, that's some disrespect. So, thought she would argue right back, but instead she takes a breath and.
それを言うのは卑怯ではないですか、シロ。
She says as if apologizing.
卑怯で悪かったな。とにかくこっちから仕掛けることはまだしないぞ。俺だって竜道寺にいるマスターは放っておけない。けど俺たちは戦える状態じゃない。こんなんで戦ってやられちまったら、それこそ誰が竜道寺のマスターを止めるんだ。
Odds that we convinced her?
いいか、こっちから打って出るのはお前の傷が治って万全の状態になってからだ。それに文句があるんならさっさと他のマスターを見つけてくれ。
Bro, don't tell her that. She actually might do it.
わかりました。マスターがそう言うのでしたら。
She actually might go find another master. After answering in a quiet voice, Saber falls silent. God, I don't want to end here, but man, I've been going for like pretty close to, or a little over, probably 2 hours now. I took like a break, so I don't know exactly how long. I've been recording for 2.5, but this video is reaching the point where I can't start like another section. So we're just gonna call it here. Jeez, man. I don't want to call it here, but I gotta call it somewhere. Alright, bookmark. Okay, we are calling it here for the day. And that clock ticking is really annoying. Actually, let's take a quick look at the status screen. Not assassin, rider. Do we know anything about her? Wise up. What did that mean? Good magic resistance. Obviously very good riding skill. Decent strength, really bad constitution, really good agility, really good magic. Decent luck. Ooh, okay. A very good noble phantasm. We don't know anything about it, so. Know anything about her skills? No. I don't know why we would. Okay. We don't know who it is. Chaotic good. Interesting. That's a really strong noble phantasm. That's better than Lancers. Definitely better than Sabers. And it is better than Berserkers too. Even with the like buff he's got, it looks like. Yeah. Jeez. Okay, well. But are these the only two we don't know anything about at this point? Jeez. Alright. So, take a quick look through that. That was interesting. To see her power, I guess. But we're going to kind of wrap this one up. So this was a really interesting episode. Revealing another master in Shinji. Finding out that there is a another servant, and presumably their master, at Ryudo Temple, and there's a boundary field there. Is very interesting. We know there's still almost certainly at least one more master at our school. It could be Issei, and that explains both of those gaps, but that could be like too much of a obvious conclusion. I don't know. It almost feels too obvious that it'd be Issei. So maybe it's not. Maybe it is just some random monk. Maybe it's like Issei's dad and somebody else at school. Maybe it is the captain of the archery club, that girl. That'd be interesting. But we still have at least one master. We have 2 holes to fill, right? One at the school, one at the temple. It could be filled by one, but there's potentially 2 more masters. Although even so, we don't know who Lancer's master is. We don't know if they're at the school or not. So we're finding out a lot more about the masters and the servants and like who they are, right now, and where they might be, which is really interesting. Things could get real soon. We might start getting that information and go attack Ryudo Temple. Who knows? Man, I'm really excited to keep playing. I know I mentioned a possibility of a break. I highly doubt I'm taking a break right here. Because things look like they could get real really soon. I mean, I kind of said that last episode too, but I mean, for real this time. I mean, we had the option to go fight. Like, it could get, I mean, it might pick up action-wise soon, which I'm looking forward to. I mean, I like I'm fine with the non-action episodes, though. Man, this ticking is so annoying. But anyways, this was a great episode. I love the information we got. Shinji as a master was a surprise to me. I figured there had to be at least one more at school, and it was probably someone we knew, at least one of them, right? But I didn't expect Shinji. He's not the one I expected. But in retrospect, it does make a lot of sense. Maybe should have seen that coming. I assumed Issei, especially because he also fit the description when Tohsaka said she looked to see if she could see the command spells. But yeah, that was surprising to me. I don't know what to think of Shinji as a master. Like, is he a risk? Is he a high-risk master to do something dangerous? He might be. I mean, he has quite the temper. We know that for sure, but he was being surprisingly reasonable today. So, maybe he won't be. I don't know. I have to hope so. Anyways, that'll be all for this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed as much as I have. Most likely, there will be another episode tomorrow, and I hope to see you guys whenever the next episode is. Peace.